Hey guys, I'm Yuichi Munata. I am working as a engineering manager. My mission is building the best global engineering team. Please follow me on the Twitter or LinkedIn. Appreciate if you can visit my media blog if you have any interest. So today, I'd like to talk about reward. Don't reward people. That's gonna be the main message for today's video. So recently I am learning about how to motivate the people. I am making the message like this just because of the rewarding is actually demotivate people in reality. So maybe it doesn't make sense, but there are couple of research that if we rewarding people in that form of something like a money or some kind of a gift and so on. That sometimes change the intrinsic motivation into the extrinsic motivation. So there is a two type of the motivation, right? So intrinsic motivation and extrinsic motivation. So intrinsic motivation is something you naturally have, like I would like to do this. I think this is meaningful. I think this is a good thing to do. That kind of thing that drive the people a lot. In contrast, on the extrinsic motivation is something like if then type of the motivation. So if you do something, I reward you. That kind of motivation. Sometimes effective in some limited context, but in general, the intrinsic motivation is such important just because of that current business situations. So the business situation gets drastically changed from the past. So previously it was like mass production. That there is a lot of simple work to do. Then extrinsic motivation can be maybe a good thing. So if you produce more product, I want put more money. Yeah, that used to be effective. But in the current age, we are working on the many complicated digital products, software, uncertain business environment. Under those circumstances, it's no longer effective. So actually there are several side effects to reward the people actually, which Daniel Pink pointed out. So I would like to introduce that. So the 7 side effects for the rewarding. So basically, the reward can extinguish intrinsic motivation. That's gonna be the one. Second, diminish performance. Third, crush creativity. 4, crowd out good behavior. 5, encourage cheating, shortcuts, and unethical behavior. 6, become addictive. 7th, foster short-term thinking. There are too many side effects to reward people. It can make sense because if we are relying on some kind of a if-then type of the reward, people may result in the short-term thinking. You would like to ask some specific reward to achieve something. Then that's gonna be the much weaker to rely on the intrinsic motivation. That is that doesn't rely on some specific rewards to achieve something. So how we can overcome these situations. So basically you would like to rather than you wanna rely on the rewarding, you wanna motivating the people to drive your team. So you would like to trust the people. You would like to acknowledge people. You would like to appreciate people, because people naturally have the driver driven by the so to do something good for the people. So you just need to leverage that. That is actually much more effective than using the carrot to move the people. So that's the things we need to rely on as an engineering manager to make such an effective team. So one of the counter discussion for this is maybe one of the question comes in mind when I read about this is, then shouldn't we pay much money for the people? That's gonna be one of the questions. But Daniel Pink also kind of pointed out another kind of fact is like the paying the kind of more than the average salary gonna be kind of result in the kind of retaining the creative peoples and effective people in the company. That sounds like contradict to the previous one, but if you think in detail, this actually doesn't contradict to the original discussions. Just because of the salary is not a reward, it's more like a security. So if the company pay enough to the individual doesn't have to worry about the salary any longer. That people doesn't have to look for some other opportunity to raising the salary. So if they are secured in terms of the salary with the good competitions, then actually they can focus on whatever important. So that you actually wants to pay enough for your team members. And you would like to make a message like, hey, you can focus on whatever you would like to achieve, whatever important for us, whatever good for the world, so that we can utilize the intrinsic motivation to drive the team. So that's gonna be all for the today's video. So I'm gonna put in a link for the book from the Daniel Pink. The name is The Drive. So that's gonna be the quite good book to learn about the kind of how to motivating the people, leveraging the intrinsic motivation. So I would like to recommend all the kind of engineering manager to look into this. So that's all for today. Yeah, thank you for watching, thank you for listening, and see you soon.